And so then that was my first tune I was going to put in, and I got it in ready to tune, and I grabbed the USB cord, my laptop, and I go to plug it into the STC tuner, but unfortunately the USB plug just went right up inside the device, so I have to, I got an RMA from SCT, and I need to send that back tomorrow, and you know, get it fixed and start working from there. So it's Murphy's Law, every little thing that can go wrong does. But tonight I was going to, I put my first tune in there. I haven't even started it yet, and because the Wi-Fi still works on the module, I'm going to just use the gauges from the TSX program on my tablet here, just to kind of look at that long-term fuel count versus, or fuel trim versus the mass airflow counts and the RPM. I'm actually going to take it for a little test drive here tonight. The clock's wrong, it's not quite that late, but it's getting there. So let me get the gauges on the TSX software. Just, you know, it just sucks. I mean, it's not very well written. Any idiot in college could have done a better job of this, or do-it-yourselfer, but that's them. It's their business. They can figure that out. So here's my 3 gauges, no mass airflow counts, long-term fuel trim. One would be that there is no trim. Watching the gauge run before my first test drives, and when it was lean, those numbers would drop down to like 0.85, and when it would go rich, it'd jump up to like 1.04 or 1.05 or so. So here we go. Let's start this thing up and see if it runs. Alright. So let's just take it down the road and try and watch our counts. First things first, let's get out of the garage without hitting anything. Gotta watch out, my Suburban's right next to me here. To drive through the grass a little bit. So it's fortunate for you guys that you can't smell smoke, but I've done a lot of work to reduce the smoke going through the turbos out the exhaust, and one thing that helped out a lot, actually a couple things, was getting a restrictor in place in the pressure line, and I think the biggest thing that I found was that if I made an oil catch can with an air vent so that the scavenge pump can just draw one that's got enough fluid to draw, that I can actually, you know, kind of keep up with the oil, and it smokes a hell of a lot less than it ever did before. So I don't know what you can see here. We got a car coming, and you can hear the scavenge pump running. Wow, mosquitoes are everywhere. And here we go. So that's what I was talking about there, when you're kind of under low and you step on it, you saw it go real lean. It's just one of those quirks. I'm not sure what drives that, but when I come to a stop sign, and I'm going to just kind of take off with a little bit of aggression, I suppose, and just kind of watch the boost climb maybe to 4, and try and see what my fuel trim number is not actually moving on my gauge, so that's kind of concerning. But so right there, I got a fail-safe warning already. So I need to do some more tuning on that, I think. So I wish I could data log that a little bit better than it is. So I think what probably triggered that was going too lean on the takeoff. So right there it's doing pretty well. And I'm pretty sure looking at the gauges on the tuning software there, it's not quite right for whatever reason, but that's okay. So let's just kind of check it out and see what's happening here. Oh, it should be. Let's just see if changing the range has any effect on this. I doubt it, but so not really. So in the last video I was on a test drive a few minutes ago, and I thought my gauge was broke because my long-term fuel trim was not giving me any number change. And now I got the old tune back in there, the one I had before, which just has a wide open throttle changes, more or less. But you can kind of see the numbers in the middle here. The long-term fuel trim is changing. And so that wasn't good before. So I think what happened was my last tune, I had made two changes. I had changed the transfer function or mass airflow sensor, and I think that worked. But I also retarded the timing globally quite a bit across. And so I think that second part of the change kind of caused this thing not to run as well as it's running right now, even though the fuel trims are really fighting to get the air-fuel ratio up. So I guess I'm going to go back and redo that tuning, get rid of that spark advance, because my boost isn't really that high overall, and just maybe save the spark adjustments for when I'm doing wide open throttle tuning and those types of functions. So we're here at a stop sign. The car coming, I'm going to drop it down into one manually and just kind of ramp it up. It pulls damn good for the little bit of a tune it's got and the little bit of boost it has. So I just need to keep working on it, I guess. And now I'm almost back home already, and that'll be enough for tonight. And there goes my gauges. And programming fob, I guess, goes back to SCT for some repair.